What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks. I hope y'all are doing well, striving, thriving, surviving, all that good stuff, okay? All that good stuff. The weather has been good. So, good weather calls for other business ventures, right? Spring is literally here. My son may make an appearance, but needless to say, everything been good. Everything been lovely. You did. Everything been lovely. But I do want to have a tea talk. So go ahead, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on. Get it and bring it close. I don't know about y'all, but maybe I'm just getting older and my taste buds are changing, which is normal. But I find that the taste of Starbucks iced lattes, they won't hit like they were in high school 17 years ago. It's just like now, like it's just like their espresso tastes like burnt almonds. But I'm more of a Dunkin' Donuts type woman now, especially being the fact of I can get a bigger cup for like $1 and something less. But yeah, whatever you choose to bring to the cipher, by all means, bring it and bring it close. So, your breakfast was good? It's already time for you to take a nap. It's 11. Okay, so anyway, now that you brought your beverage of choice, remember I did a video, right? Remember I did a video a long time ago on this channel called Look Alive, all right? I think this video here, this tea talk here, will be something that kind of like, is a sequel to that, Look alive, know what's going on, know what you're doing, know who's around you, keep your head on a swivel, all right? I'll be sure to post a link somewhere up here. But needless to say, we should really talk about something that's kind of like parallel to you looking alive and keeping your head on a swivel, right? So, when it comes to you getting shit done, right? Sometimes it calls for a to-do list. It calls for, you to know the objective, a purpose, a scope, a mission, the intentions of you accomplishing something, all that good jazz, right? All that goes into you looking alive. All that goes into what you're motivated and determined to do. The thing that a lot of people, those are kind of like just side things to keep you in your lane. It's like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. You don't want to go over this way. And then it's a thing of, oh, well, I do want to go and do it this way. But, it's just a thing of how you do it, how you get there, and what comes along your path you can help. That can help levitate you to where you want to be or help you accomplish whatever it is that you set out for, right? So this tea talk, we need to talk about what's mainly in your lane, not from the side view, not from the side ears, none of that. Go lay down. So, we need to talk about that. We need to talk about what's directly in between your nose. We know to look forward. We know to keep moving. But now we need to talk about having that X-ray vision of staying focused. As you go on with whatever it is that you're trying to do, you realize the difference in a lot of things that come across your path yet again. Because if it was a straight line from point A to point B to get to where we need to be, a lot of motherfuckers will already be safe and sound where they need to be. But along the way, we have distractions, we have things that come up, we have responsibilities, priorities, all right? And so sometimes that kind of will have what we want to do fade to black. And it still takes focus to make sure that you get what you want done. All right. So I think we really need to talk about that x-ray vision. It's one thing for you to have goals and ambitions, but now we need to talk about you keeping that, in your mind, in your ears, but we need to keep looking ahead and just realize things that, that come along while we're trying to stay focused. Think of it like this. It's either intentional or unintentional. Unintentional, it happens. Intentional, it does. Maybe it had a purpose, but it's really what in that purpose of it happening, would it be beneficial for you to learn a lesson and keep it moving? All right. We really need to talk about that. We at the end of our first quarter, give or take. And so everybody that probably paid their taxes, put this shit in for their taxes. So now we need to worry about the aftermath, the moving forward, because we all have a lot of intentions and a lot of ambitions, and we want to get started, but we don't know how to stay on the right foot. This is what I'm going to tell you. I think I just said it. First thing, always and forever, when it comes to you having x-ray vision, you got to pay attention to the message. If someone's going to come and give you a tidbit, it's up to you to listen. It's required for you to listen. It's a requirement for you to trust your instincts. It's a requirement for you to know sometimes it is best to go the scenic route, not take shortcuts. Shortcuts will only cut yourself short. And when it comes to messages, the main message I always hear in the back of my head when it's time for me to make changes, it's time for me to readjust because of business and the seasons are shifting. If you don't pay attention in the beginning, it's going to cost you way more at the end. True shit. True shit. So even though you may think it's good for you to do something that's going to get you ahead, it's going to cost you more. Remember, I'm telling my age, remember when they used to have those green dot scams? Where they be like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, pay $10, we'll turn your $10 into $100, $20 into $200, $100 into $1,000. Y'all remember that? Quick story time. So I think I was just getting divorced. I think I was in the midst of my divorce at that time. This was back in 2013, 2014. It's cheaper to get married than it is for you to part and divorce. Hence the message. You don't pay attention in the beginning, it's going to cost you more at the end. So it did. I ain't going to hold you, I ain't going to lie. It did. It did cost me more at the end. So I found someone that was able to do the $50 to $500. And next thing you know, I'm calling them and they're like, okay, well, go to sleep. So the next thing you know, he's like, well, go and do a Western Union, send me 50, I send you back 500. Now, I am young, I am naive, and I'm not really understanding that this shit right here is going to fuck me up and set me back. So I go ahead and go through with it. I sent him the $50. He said, get 10 minutes. I get 10 minutes, never answers his phone ever again. See, what you think will set you up, if you don't list the pros and cons, will really mess you up towards the end, and it costs me detrimentally. Especially at that time, divorces, they weren't at an all-time high, but they were still too expensive just to be having it in a casual conversation of something happening. But hey, it is what it is. The message for me at that time is to just, again, take the scenic route. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a financial burden, a financial struggle. That's so true. But I'm able to get back up again. I'm able to keep pushing. My biggest thing is I may bend, but bitch, I never fold. Never fold. So I just took that as one of those lessons of, if you want to flip money like that, bitch, you need to be able to make sure that you make your own money like that. So then that way you ain't got to flip, you ain't got to turn, you ain't got to toss, you ain't got cartwheels for it, etc. So again, pay attention to the message. Another thing that I found that is really interesting, when we get to a point where we really have that x-ray vision, like we can literally burn a hole through a bitch to get what we need to be. We will burn it, like literally you'll burn a hole through it. You'll eat it, you'll breathe it, you'll poop it, you'll piss it, you shower it, you bathe it. Your determination is everything, right? So that x-ray vision of, nah, I'm gonna do it. If I'm my own boss, I can stay up all night, I can do what I want to do, etc. This is the thing, this is where it gets a little tricky. Because when you're determined to stay focused, when I say you are adamant, you are adamant. You're not hanging around folks who you used to be around. You know, you're doing things better for yourself, for your energy, for your vibes, for your well-being. You know, you're trying to make sure you're balancing out the blessings or karma that may come your way depending on what you've done and what you're getting yourself into. The one thing I definitely have known and have experienced is that when you stay like ultra focused, it gets to a point where triggers can be a struggle to deal with. And the reason why I say they can be a struggle to deal with and they can be stressful is because at this point, it's like someone having your hands like this and they're trying to spread them like this, but you're adamant and focused on being too strong to be moved. And so triggers are kind of meant to do that. They're kind of meant to have a moving moment for you. And how it is a moving moment for you is if you choose to take it in as negativity, or you just decide to like take it in as a positive thing and use that practice to help you build a stronger resistance. Because understand, the higher up you go, you know, there's always someone who wants to take your spot, take your lunch, and take exactly what you're doing. Or making it seem as if like you can't keep a lunch. Everyone gonna take your motherfucking lunch and you can't have anything. Okay? Triggers are set up at some point in time. You get mature enough to see like, you know what? I'm very, very vigilant on staying focused, and this can pull me some type of way that's off of the ebb and flow of what I need to stay on to get shit done. Now, in situations, like I said, that are like that, they can be stressful. They can be a bit much. And it's because either people see that it's not easy to get to you, or they need double and triple the amount to even to think that is bothering you. Let that again be a message to you how strong you are. If it seems like the enemy has to do 3 or 4 things at one time, it's because you're so ultra focused. 1 thing couldn't move you, 2 couldn't move you, 3 couldn't move you, 4 has your eyebrow up. But that don't mean that you're not going to become unfocused. That's just how triggers are. You know, there's good and evil in the world. It balances it out, you know. So when it comes to points like that, you got to understand your tunnel vision is what's motivating you to accomplish what you're setting out to do. You know, my mom used to say things in regards to like how she felt and stuff. She used to say stuff, and it would at one point in time really make me upset. But as time got on, I just learned that, you know, some people who can't make those strides, some people who don't have the motivation to get things done, and people who lack focus, they're always going to tear you down because they're nothing but bricks and crumble themselves. So I want you to take this time out this weekend to have tunnel vision. You know, it's okay to get off track as long as you get back on. You know, it's okay for you to have to take a moment. We all have to take a moment. I mean, I don't know anyone who goes up 10 flights of stairs and isn't huffing and puffing or have an increased heart rate. We all go through that. whether it's someone triggering us, someone trying to take advantage of us, take us for granted, or if what you just set out to do to others may just seem extremely incapable. They're incapable. That's all that needs to be said on that. Take the message how you want to and keep going. People who say, oh, I told you so, and now it's just time for you to move on and do all this and all that. Do it. Do it. Do it. Who used to sing that song? Do it, do it, do it, do it. Lean with it, rock with it. A girl, I don't know. I think I do know, but I'm gonna look it up. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what you're waiting to do, you can start by fixing your mentality and your attitude about it. You want to do it, go do it. Go do it. The door right there. Go do it. Go do it. And whatever is on the other side of that door, whatever is on the other side of that conversation of you manifesting stuff for yourself, go get it. It's just like you thinking that you're already a millionaire, but you're just trying to find the different spots where your money is going to be at. Do it. There's nothing wrong with you living up to what you want to do and looking alive while you do it. Sometimes the negativity and the things that you don't need in your life, they come in places, peoples, and things that are so impactful, where by the time you climb to where you want to be, you feel as if like you're exhausted and you're exasperated because you have to fight so hard to get there. Certain folks ain't, certain things ain't what it's cracked up to be. I mean, they'll blow over like a deck of cards if you really want them to, a house of cards if you want them to. It's all about your mentality going up against that. All right, you're going up against something that could possibly be in the way of what you want to do. Move it the hell out of the way. Get it the hell out of Dodge. Tell them to look alive and keep pushing. The choice is yours, what you want to do with your life. But I just wanted to bring a little tea talk to talk about it's okay how how you're ultra focused. I'd rather you be ultra focused than ultra lost. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it to y'all down in the comments to let me know, how do y'all keep up with y'all x-ray vision of getting things done? Do you put together a list? Do you have a planner? Do you put it on your list and talk to Jesus about it? Do you write it on your kitchen calendar? Like, what do you do? And then once you write it, how do you go about your first steps? Research? What? Tell me, by all means. So outside of that, any of our church announcements, sponsorships, and partnerships is all listed down below. It is like the end of the third quarter of school, I believe. So any of my subscribers out there that are interested in signing up students for test prep, by all means, Dream Academy is here for you. All that information is down below, as well as on my profile page. Outside of that, I hope you all have a great weekend. I hope you find something out about yourself. You self-discover something about yourself, and it makes you happy, because ultimately that's what I want for all of my subscribers. It's for you to be happy. All right, so outside of that, be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe, and hit my notification bell down below, so then that way you get to know when I post all my tea talks, and it helps us put our videos out in the algorithm. Outside of that, I will talk to y'all later.